Hey everyone, my name is Taps, and there are tons of play to earn crypto games and metaverses that just keep coming out after seeing just how successful games like Axie Infinity and several others have had. But a lot really won't last, are scams, or have as much success comparatively to many other that are out there. In this video, I'm going to highlight the two projects that really are going to have the longevity, have the highest rates of ROI, and why I'm investing in these two projects. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the community and feel free to subscribe. I'm a crypto, stock, and real estate investor, but never a financial advisor. All right, so play to earns. I mean, they're everywhere, right? We keep seeing them pop up, but they really started taking shape roughly at the beginning of 2021, and they really caught that hype wave that we saw with like the meme coins earlier on, so they're just literally everywhere right now. But again, several won't last, they'll evaporate, and definitely won't last through a bear cycle. So I want to highlight the two that are going to absolutely dominate, and the first of these two projects I actually have known about for a while, and I mentioned in previous videos in the past, and that first project is Illuvium. Illuvium is building out this absolute incredible world, is very much Pokemon-esque, but it is an auto-battler crypto game and metaverse that is building out. You'll be able to buy land, you'll be able to buy Illuvials, which are the monsters in the game, and you'll be able to fight for Ethereum. The graphics behind this game are absolutely incredible. It's an open-world RPG adventure game built on the Ethereum blockchain via Immutable X. Journey across a vast and varied landscape on your quest to hunt and capture deity-like creatures called Illuvials. And you'll be able to earn ILV, which is the Illuvium token, through play and become part of our community-based governance. There are over 100 Illuvials that populate the alien world. Each possess different affinities, classes, and abilities. Capture them, fuse them, upgrade your Illuvials, and discover more powerful forms. So again, very like Pokemon-esque, but with the crypto spin on it. Now, I first heard about this game back in like April or May, but I have been watching it since then, and back then there wasn't really a lot of information on it, but I did sign up to be notified of the game and did actually get into the token ILV back in July. Now, with all projects, we always want to look at how much hype is around it, right? Like how big the community is, because that's ultimately going to be what's going to have a lot of success and a lot of users, right? Well, Illuvium, the game, hasn't even come out yet, and it has 66,000 followers on Twitter. It has over 88,000 in Discord. And again, we've seen what communities do for the NFT space and projects, and Illuvium has a massive, passionate, and level-headed community behind it. And what's great is they're building this beautiful game that really there's nothing like it yet in the crypto space. And what's great is that it's on Immutable X layer 2 solution, so it will be tied to ETH, but you'll be able to play Illuvium, gain access to 0 gas fees for minting or exchanging of assets. An entire world of iconic collectible NFT characters designed by some of the world's most talented artists at your fingertips. Look for ultra-rare Illuvials made with their never-before-seen 4D holographic shading techniques, so you can collect, trade, battle, and earn rare in-game assets. Another cool part of this project is the leadership behind it and how they're backed and related to others in the crypto space. So founding Illuvium DAO contributors Kieran and Aaron Warwick are the younger brothers of Synthetics founder Kane Warwick. Now, I'm a big Synthetics fan. It's been around since 2018. It's a very cool project that is going to help crypto overall. And back in February, actually, I believe it was a top 10 or top 20 crypto and is now sitting around rank number 79. So when it comes to who their partners are and who are behind the leadership and how much access they have, it's a very, very strong project, as we can see with, again, having that relation to Synthetics, Immutable, Chainlink, Lotus Capital, all as partners, very good signs. And what about the actual Illuvials? Well, as you can see, they look awesome. I mean, they've really taken their time to make sure that these things look really cool. The gameplay looks really fun. They move, they feel like these really cool creatures. So actual look of the game is very, very solid. And I personally can't wait to see what Illuvials will be able to get our hands on. But let's actually take a look at the gameplay. looks so great. So as we saw, you'll be able to battle these Illuvials, you'll be able to collect Illuvials. It looks like you'll be able to evolve them through 3 main sets for some versus others. Again, there's over 100, it sounds like. You'll be able to capture them. You'll be able to earn crypto in-game. You'll be able to buy land, which actually it sounds like you'll be able to buy land before we'll even be able to play the game as well. So what I've heard through the pipeline is it sounds like the actual beta of the game will be released on PC end of the year. So probably end of November or beginning of December. And it sounds like we're going to be getting some announcement around buying land, hopefully sometime in November. But this game has been building up since the beginning of this year. And again, it's not coming out for a few more months. And already the skins in OpenSea are selling for a hollow skin is 7 ETH. For a Sizzy gum skin is 4 ETH. Badges are selling for multiple ETH. I mean, the community and hype for this game has exploded, but so has the price of the ILV token. Just from end of June, it went from $32 a coin to now over $500 a coin. I didn't get in it back when I should have, back in April or even June. I got in July, so I'm still up a 4x, which is pretty impressive. So if you are just looking for a token to invest in without having to actually play the game, ILV is pretty attractive because you know it's going to be coveted for this game and the strong community that are going to be using it and building it. But also it has staking pools. So you can right now stake ILV tokens on Illuvium staking website, 80% APY to stake your Illuvium, which I'm staking mine. And then even higher staking if you want to use the Sushi liquidity pool, which basically you're splitting half ETH with half Illuvium. And there is a process of doing so. There is some risk to doing so, but for that 600% APY. And you can choose how long you want to stake this for, whether it's a couple weeks or a full year. And then you can pull out ILV or SILV. There's a lot that goes into this to get this set up. So what you can do is go to this Medium link, which will kind of guide you through how to stake ILV, what the Sushi LP pool is, and I'll put this in the details down below. But again, with how impressive this game looks, with the ability to buy land, to have a metaverse, to capture Illuvials, with the gain that's happened on the token and how much you can make on the staking side, this is a clear-cut winner. And I, for one, am very happy to be in Illuvium. Next is Monsta Infinite. Sounds a lot like Axie Infinity. Yep, sure does. With Axie's massive rise in success, we were bound to see some mimicry, but Monsta's kind of doing what Lyft did to Uber. They saw a market, they copied what the leader was doing, but they filled in a few gaps that were identified and are going to be cheaper. So Monsta Infinite is a play-to-earn NFT game that is inspired by Axie Infinity. The game has not come out yet, but a test version will be coming out later this year. What's different from Axie is that it is going to be available on Binance Smart Chain, and the developers of the game see it as a cheaper alternative to hit the NFT game Axie Infinity. The Monsta Infinity token, or MONI, M-O-N-I, will be used by the NFT game. Per the article by Play to Earn, MONI is a governance token on the Binance Smart Chain with a total supply of 270 million. Exact same as Axie Infinity. MONI holders can claim rewards by staking their tokens by playing the game or participating in key governance votes. The pre-sale will take place on September 8th, and I tried to hop on the whitelist, which I'm on the West Coast, so Pacific Standard Time. It came out, I think, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up to try and get on this, and the first 400 who were on it qualified, and it happened so quick I didn't get in. In fact, there was 12 of me and some friends who were trying to get into this, and 1 got into it. That's how much demand is for this game. And this demand is reflective of their following. So we just saw how big Illuvium was, and we know how big Axie is. But Monsta Infinite, a game that is not coming out to the end of this year and pretty much kind of just sprung up out of nowhere. I didn't hear about this until I think the end of July or early August, and I was kind of like, it looks like a knockoff of Axie, but then when I looked at it, I was like, okay, this has a really good value prop, but it has 107,000 followers on Twitter, 70,000 on Telegram, and over 100,000 on Discord. So already 250,000 followers between 3 social media followings. And I am an Axie fan. I have and breed Axies and I'm doing well with it, but Monsta identified a couple things that Axie was lacking or just had issues with as it scaled. And they have zero shame in saying that they're an alternative, basically. So there are so many people hyped for this game because of the lower barrier to entry than Axie, and people are stoked to get a chance to build up a basically new Axie that they didn't have the chance to get into before it really shot up. It's basically a lather, rinse, repeat of the success, especially since they're addressing some of the gaps that Axie has with still having the same value props. So when we look at why we started Monsta Infinite, the inception of Monsta Infinite idea was on February 2021, which I like because it wasn't just popping up recently. Our team's initial plan was to fork Axie Infinity and imitate it on every possible aspect as we see the potential of a lower entry cost Axie-like game. Who doesn't like to be part of a new MMORPG servers where the players can apply their existing experience and knowledge, but with everything time back to origin? So it's going to be much, much less cost for a Monsta versus an Axie. And this is very appealing to those who don't have a couple grand to buy a bunch of Axies or to start playing the game. And again, they have the same value prop as Axie, right? Where they're going to be empowering these people of these countries who don't really have another way to really make money out of what they're doing. And so this is very attractive to countries like the Philippines who have jumped on Axies. And this is going to give all those who've heard about Axies forever a new game to jump into. As we can see, all of them showing their smartphones to be able to play. When you look at the average wage in the Philippines, it's roughly $5 USD an hour. With Axie, they're able to make a killing, and having the ability to get into Monsta early is another way to do so. And when we look at the Monsta token, again, it hasn't been really released yet for the public to buy, but it's already showing very, very fast growth of where its inception was. And this thing is going to take off once we're able to buy it. Even if it has a fraction of the success that AXS has proven and SLP, I mean, look at this thing. You used to be able to get AXS for $3 just a couple months ago, and now it's over $75. That's crazy ROI. The website and white paper came out on the 12th. Private sale round, fully sold out. Whitelisting, again, August 22nd. Oh, the trailer apparently is supposed to come out today. I haven't seen it yet. Monsta Barter is coming the first, which I don't fully understand yet, but it sounds like we'll be able to grab some Monsta on the lucky few who qualify. Contract audit, pre-sale again on September 8th. They're going to be doing another gameplay release and strategy on September 9th, which I'm really curious to see the strategy behind which Monstas are going to make sense to battle with. Pre-sale 2.0, so those who didn't get in the first one. Marketplace launch on October 12th, minigame October 30th, alpha testing in November, beta testing in December. So they're already much bigger than a lot of projects, and they're several months out still. But let's take a look at the game, because it looks so similar to Axie, but they've added one little element that really stands out, which could be different for those who are in Axie, but I think it'll be good.
So as you can see, it looks just like Axie Infinity. You use cards to attack your opponents. It's all turn-based. So that guy just one-hit him pretty much. But he has a card here where it looks like he burns all of his other cards and brings them back to life. So you have to match up these different shapes and numbers and whatnot to try and get combos. So this guy's matching up as many 3 in a row as possible. And they got a 9 combo here, I believe. Yeah, they got a 9 combo, which 9 times 5 is 45. So they have a 45% extra bonus damage based on the combo that they got from the minigame. So I think people coming from an Axie Infinity background will really know what they're doing in this game. It seems like the mechanics are very similar.
So is it as smooth as Axie yet? No, but again, the game hasn't come out yet and they're still developing. But it looks very similar, but you notice that kind of matching Candy Crush looking side as well, right? Initially, this threw me. I was like, well, that seems like an odd ad to me, but that's because I didn't play Candy Crush. But the fact that those puzzle matchy games are incredibly successful is well known. In fact, looking at Candy Crush's revenue, they're still upping their revenue year over year. As we see, it went from 77 million in 2012 all the way up to now 1,190 million. They're making a killing in profit, and again, their user base is still around 273 million. So this is very appealing to anyone who likes those kinds of games as an add-on. Plus, again, it's another differentiator for those who needed something more out of the Axie gameplay. Still very upset I didn't get on the whitelist if you couldn't tell, but I plan to get a bunch of MONI and some of these monsters as soon as I possibly can. And I've already bought BNB ahead of time because I bet the price of BNB will go up substantially based around this game as well. So both Illuvium and Monsta are already moonbound before their games have even released. I, for one, am happy to have found them now before they make major news headlines like Axie has. And there are tons of metaverses and play to earn games out there. But when it comes to safe bets, in my opinion, that will be truly lucrative, these two will dominate. As always, I hope you found my content valuable, and if so, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. The likes and comments appease the algo overlords and help my channel to continue to grow. And if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell for future content. That's it for today. I'm Taps. Thank you for your time, and happy trading.